Hello everybody, this is Goblin Tacos, and I'm back with another movie talk slash review, whatever you'd like to call it. And today, this is going to be a Lucio Fulci Italian movie talk. So this is all my Lucio Fulci movies. I think in my last video I said I didn't have that many by them, but I actually do have 7 of them. And I don't know, I guess I didn't think I had that many. Anyway. So today, when we're going over the ones I have, and I'm probably going to talk about a few that I should have done in my Dario Argento movie thing. There were some that I didn't talk about that I've seen by him, but I don't own them. But that's okay. So it's really hard to pick between which one is my favorite Lucio Fulci movie, because he has quite a few really good ones. But out of the ones that I have, it's really hard between Zombie and The Beyond. I would probably definitely say that Zombie is my favorite zombie movie of all time. That's a definite. Now, which one of these I like better is really hard. I would probably say this one kind of outweighs this one just a little bit. Just because how crazy and unique it is. And this one's just like your regular, not regular, but it's just a zombie movie. So, anyway, so first up, we're going to go over The Beyond. And as you can see, that's the cover. And that's the back. And we'll open up, let you see the inside. This is a really cool set because it comes with, what is that? Oh, it's just a board. It comes with, I hate this chair. I hate this chair. It comes with the soundtrack. There's a little bit of scene from the movie. Looks pretty graphic. And anyway, that's the soundtrack. And let's see. It does come with a booklet also. And I also thought this was really cool. On the back of the movie thing, it has every Lucio Fulci movie, like filmography, on the thing of it, and I thought that was really cool. So that'll be very useful for whenever I try to go buy more of his movies. So here's the main CD, and then there's the extras CD. Really cool. And here's the booklet, and here's one of the other artworks. It's really cool. That's the movie chapter selections. Let's see. It's a really cool book. It just tells you like what came into making of the movie, and it's got some pictures, stuff like that. It's really cool. So very cool set. It wasn't cheap, or at least to me anyway. Wasn't very cheap. But it was awesome. But it's very awesome. And that is my. Oh, the movie is about. I almost forgot. So the 7 dreaded gateways to hell are concealed in 7 cursed places, and on the day the gates of hell are opened, the dead will walk the earth. So it's a cursed hotel built over one of the 7 gateways to hell becomes a malevolent, I can't even talk right now, abyss that begins devouring both the bodies and the souls of all who enter into in a graphic frenzy of gory crucifixions, brutal chain whippings, eyeball impalements, oh my god, I can't talk. Acid meltdowns, flesh-eating tarantulas, throat-shredding demon dogs, and ravenous, bloodthirsty zombies. So it's got a little bit of everything in it. The Beyond is a towering achievement in the hair-raising, mind-bending cinematic terror. This is definitely one of his unique movies, by far. Probably one of the craziest ones to me. So yeah, it's definitely one to get a hold of and have if you like Lucio Fulci. So that's probably my favorite one of his. And then of course, second favorite is Zombie. Like I said, that's the cover of it, as you can see. It's pretty nasty. They did a really good job on the makeup in this movie. I mean, it's like crazy good. That's the back of it. So, in Italy, it was considered the unofficial sequel to Dawn of the Dead. In England, it was known as Zombie Flesh Eaters and banned as obscene. In America, it was called Zombie and advertised as with the depraved tagline, "We are going to eat you." It has Tisa Farrow, Ian McCullough, which plays in a lot of Italian movies. McCullough, I don't know if I'm saying that right. Al Cliver, Richard Johnson. Not sure who those people are. I might have to look them up. Starring the worldwide splatter sensation directed by Maestro of Gore, Lucio Fulci. That remains one of the most eye-skewing, skin-ripping, gore-gushing graphic horror hits of all time. So, this is a really good movie. If you like zombie movies, this is one to check out. It's got some crazy stuff in it. Just the special effect, practical effects are so good. He does a really good job of practical effects in his movies. And this is definitely makeup, like the zombie makeup and stuff is so good, especially on Blu-ray. Oh man, it's great. I really wanted the Arrow Video version of this, but you know, I think it was Region B, if I'm not mistaken, and I didn't have the player then, so I didn't buy it. So, Blue Underground, next best thing. Oh, I don't think I showed you what was inside. I don't think there is anything inside, if I'm not mistaken. No, it just has the DVDs and the chapter selections in the background. So nothing spectacular with that one. I've heard a lot of people or read a lot about people didn't really like this movie, but I think it's really, really good. I've watched it a couple times actually, and it's just, even though it's I think it was his last movie, if I'm not mistaken, or one of his last movies he did before he passed away. But it's like really out there. I mean, it's got some crazy gore and stuff. The story's not the greatest. I mean the story is good. It's like a kind of a giallo slash one of his gory type movies, horror movie. But it's pretty good, you know. It's got some cheesy moments in it, but it's really really better than a lot of people say it is. But this one is Cat in the Brain. This is the cover. And that's the back. And so this one is, let's see. Acclaimed Italian horror maestro Lucio Fulci. He's the main character in the movie, which is really cool. Director of Zombie and the Beyond. Stars in this blood-soaked epic as a director being driven insane by his own movies. Fulci is thrust into an ultraviolet nightmare of death and depravity where murder and madness consume his sanity in a vortex of violence. So basically, he starts seeing, or kind of seeing things, but people start dying around him, and he kind of thinks it's him doing it, but actually it's not, or is it? So I don't want to spoil the movie for you, but it's a really cool, really unique movie. I love the artwork in it. It's really, really cool. This one comes with a little booklet. Yeah, this one comes with a booklet too. That's I think it's by his daughter. Yeah, and Antonelli Fulci, and she talks about the movie and some other people that knew him, and it talks about the making of the movie, and it's really, really cool. So, oh yeah, that's pretty cool. And I love the artwork though. That's so awesome. So, there's that one. This is one of his kind of giallo movies. And it's called The New York Ripper. And this is a really controversial movie because when it came out, it had a pretty big ban thing going on with it. But this is it. Make sure. Okay. Had to make sure it didn't have any nudity on it because I don't know what YouTube would do. I don't think they let you do that. So, the New York City is a nice place to visit, but you wouldn't want to die there. So it's a blade-wielding psychopath that's on the loose, turning the Big Apple bright red with the blood of beautiful young women. As NYPD detectives follow the trail of butchery from the decks of the Staten Island Ferry to the sex shows of Times Square, each brutal murder becomes a sadistic taunt. In the city that never sleeps, he's the killer that can't be stopped. And it was actually filmed in New York City, and it says it's one of his most savage and controversial thrillers. And yeah, this is a really good copy of it too. The Blu-ray version is really awesome. So definitely one to pick up. See, I don't know if I showed you. So it ain't got much on the inside, just the movie case and the background. So not a whole lot to it, but it's a good movie. This is another one of his. This is not really a giallo movie. It's kind of more of one of his horror movies, or a thriller movie. It's not really a thriller either. This one's called House by the Cemetery, and this is a very unique, kind of weird one of his movies. I love the artwork on it though, but let's see, make sure. Okay, here's the background. I mean, the back of the movie case. I don't know how close I should have the thing because I can't see on that side. But anyway, so this one, it says, a young family moves from their cramped New York City apartment to a spacious new home in New England. But this is no ordinary house in the country. The previous owner was the deranged Dr. Freudstein, whose monstrous human experiments have left a legacy of bloody mayhem. Now someone or something is alive in the basement, and Home Sweet Home is about to become a horrific hell on earth. It's got Katrina McCall from The Beyond, Paula Malco from The New York Ripper, Ania Peroni from Tenebrae, which is a Dario Argento film, which is a good one. Carlo Di Majo, I'm terrible with these names. City of the Living Dead. That's another good one. That's what I was going to talk about. Lucio Fulci movie called City of the Living Dead. It's another zombie movie by him, but it's a really, really unique and really crazy one. Very different from any zombie movie. and Dagmar Lassender, Hatchet for the Honeymoon. I've never seen that one. So I think that's it. But yeah, so that one is very unique. It's very different. It's kind of, it's not slow. It has like really long parts where kind of, they're just doing more of the story. But when it does kick in, yeah, it's pretty good. So, and this is one that's just really weird, and it's probably not claimed to be one of his best ones, but it does have quite a few really good scenes in it. This one, he really tried to do a Dario Argento style. To me, it kind of seems like this would be a Phenomena slash Suspiria type movie, because the storyline kind of goes way too close to Dario Argento's stuff. But this one's called Enigma, I think, and it's really, really, it's very unique. And, of course, it's kind of cheesy in some parts. It's got a lot of it ain't got a whole lot of gore, but it's one of those kind of more toned down ones by him, because it's more of a thriller sorta, and but it's a very fantasy type thriller, I guess you could say. So anyway, after her snobby schoolmates accidentally send her into a coma, poor little Kathy has only one way to get even with her mind. Eva, another schoolgirl, falls under the spell of Kathy's vengeful psyche, which is capable of her horrible destruction using telekinesis and even killer snails to do her bidding. Yes, somebody dies by snails. It's crazy. Very funny, very cheesy, but very funny. Soon the hallways at St. Mary's School are filled with screaming, and there's no way to escape. It's in tradition of Carrie, the psychic shocker from legendary Italian horror maestro Lucio Fulci, the man behind such outrageous cult classes, blah blah blah. So yeah, it's kind of like Carrie slash Phenomena slash Suspiria, or maybe just Carrie slash Suspiria, because it has to do with the school of whatever it is. So it's very unique, very different. I don't know if I showed the back. I can't remember. But there's nothing really big on the inside. It's got a booklet, but I think it just has movies in it. Yeah, it just has a thing with movies in it. It's kind of cool. And then for my last one, and the funny thing is, I ordered these two movies together from Amazon. It was Don't Torture a Duckling and Intruder by it's not directed by Sam Raimi, but it has not Sam Raimi, but his brother in it, and it has Bruce Campbell in it, and I can't remember who actually. I'm gonna do a thing on it some other time. But I did these two together, and for some reason they sent me two copies, and I tried and I called the Amazon people and said, hey, I got two copies of both of the movies. I said, how do I send these back to you? And the lady was like, well, we'll have to send you a paper or whatever to put on a box, and you can send it back. And then like no time later on, it may have been the same day, she said, don't worry about it, just keep it. It was our fault. We didn't, it was our fault sending it off. And so I got two copies of the same movie on both movies. So, but the funny thing is, they're totally different. I don't know why, which really, this one came without this extra outer box case. I don't know why. So anyway, I'll just show you the one that has the extra case on it. So This is I think this is one of his kind of giallo type movies that he did. This was 1972. This is when he first started doing. I think his first one was Lizard in a Woman's Skin, and I want to see that one really bad. But this one is, yeah, giallo thrillers. When the sleepy, oh, let me show you the cover first. That's the Don't Torture Duckling. When the sleepy rural town of Ascendura is rocked by a series of murders of young boys, the superstitious locals are quick to apportion blame. With the suspects, including the local witch Makiria, the lizard in a woman's skin, is a lady from that, Florinda Boken, with the bodies piling up and the community gripped by panic and a thirst for bloody vengeance. Two outsiders, city journalists Andrea and spoiled rich girl Patricia, team up to crack the case. But before the mystery is solved, more blood will have been spilled, and not all of it belonging to innocents. Is deemed shocking at its time for brutal violence, depiction of the Catholic Church, and themes of child murder and pedophilia, however you say it. Don't Torture Duckling is widely regarded today as Fulci's greatest film, rivaling the best of his close rival Dario Argento. So yeah, it's a very weird story. Yeah, it goes really deep into the whole Catholic Church thing, and like the priests being, being pedophiles and stuff like that. And it does have some kind of very, not gory, but kind of graphic, weird scenes, if I remember right. I only watched it once, and it's not really one of my favorites, just because it's just really, the story's okay, it's just not one that I would, that if I would have watched it before I bought it, I probably wouldn't have bought it. But me being a movie fan as I am, I probably would have bought it eventually anyway, just to have it in my collection, because I like Lucio Fulci. But so this one comes with 2 discs and it's got a big old thick booklet too, talking about the movie, and it's got a couple of scenes in it, or pictures in it, stuff like that from the movie. It's almost nothing but pictures from the movie. And then the inside is just the same thing. I think it does have a reversible sleeve, it looks like. I guess this is the Italian version of it. So that's a reversible sleeve. So it's not one of my favorites of his, but it's definitely it's not a bad movie. It's it does have a good story, and it is, you don't really know what's going on. It's kind of it does have a good twist to it, like twist ending, and but it's just not one of my favorite of his. So I like his more crazy stuff. So that is my Lucio Fulci collection, and what was the other ones I was going to go over? I know there's City of the Living Dead was really good, and I can't think of any other ones right offhand. Anyway, that's my Lucio Fulci collection. I hope y'all enjoy watching these kind of videos. I forgot to say that I got my 2 posters up. This is the Bird with a Crystal Plumage. I wanted the other side up, but this one seemed a little bit more appropriate and not so bad looking. And this is my A Bay of Blood, which I'm going to be doing those, I think, next. I'm going to be doing Mario Bava and his son Liberto Bava movies together, because I only have like 3, I think. And so I love it because it looks 80ish, you know. It looks really cool. And so, yeah, that's going to be my next set of movies to do. Thank y'all for watching. It's Goblin Taco.